What's up? So, today we got back and triceps, but before we jump into that, a lot of you have asked me for my steak and pasta recipe on Twitter. So, if you are watching this, like, subscribe, and comment steak and pasta down below so I know to put it out. Okay, so as I said, we got back and triceps today and some rear delts. Starting with chin ups, I'm gonna put the workout plan somewhere here. I already had my breakfast and let's jump into it. Starting with chin ups, then we got barbell rows, then we got lat pulldowns, machine rows, cable pulls for rear delts, dumbbell overhead extension for triceps, cable pushdowns, and dip machines for triceps. And we got two forearm exercises, one reverse curls and two finger curls, which hope to get to it. I'm gonna be focusing on form and then focusing on progressive overload. The most challenging exercise when it comes to form is gonna be barbell rows. The rest is gonna be pretty easy since it's all machine and cable assisted, so I don't worry about it that much. Okay, so in terms of stuff that we need in the gym, I need my hand grips, I need my belt, I need my towel, I need my notebook, and I think that's it. Yeah. Lefty. Push there. Got the pre-ready. Cheers. For startup, I'm doing some shoulder swings, arm swings to warm up my shoulders. And then we're jumping in. Today I'm gonna do chin-ups weighted. So I'm gonna do the first one without any weights, but I'm doing the second one with like 10 kilo, I think, hanging from my waist. So I finally overload the chin-ups after a while, see how it goes. But nonetheless, I have increased my body weight since the last time that I did weighted chin-ups. So I'm basically doing the same weight that I was doing back then. So I was 75 kilos and I added a 10 kilo plate. So that was 85 kilos. So right now I'm 85 kilos myself. So overload done. Now I'm gonna go for 95 kilos, which is gonna be a 10 kilo plate added to my own body weight. Feeling pretty warmed up. I had a high carb breakfast, same breakfast as I did for previous video, but and I recorded it, but I forgot to turn on the mic, so there's no audio. And here are the macros for the breakfast. It was my first meal of the day, and I didn't eat anything else. I did take my pre, so I'm waiting for that to hit, which is close because I spent some time talking and having conversation in the changing room. What do you call it? I don't know. We call it rakhkan. So, all right. So, for shoulders, not gonna go crazy. I'm gonna do some arm swings. All right. Feeling pretty warmed up. When it comes to chin-ups or pull-ups or any other bodyweight exercise like that, for most people, it's not gonna be the best stimulus for back growth, for lat growth in particular. But it is a nice option to have. And it is nice to keep up with your own body weight, to benchmark your strength. If you feel it a lot in your lats, been growing since you've been doing pull-ups or chin-ups, then yeah, keep on pushing and have it in your program one way or another. But it is not the magic trick or the magic pill that some people say it is when it comes to back lat growth and lat stimulus. Okay, that was 8 bodyweight reps. I'm gonna add a 10 kilo plate, see how many I can do. Okay, that was 4 full reps, I think, with 3 partial reps. For the first exercise, not counting the chin-ups, I got barbell rows, which I'm starting with 60 kilos. Which is gonna be 20 kilos on each side. And I'm going with normal overhand grip for now. Okay, that was 15 reps with a rest pause at 12. So fairly easy. So I'm gonna add 10 kilos on each side, make it 80 kilo. Second set. $80 on the bar. Let's go. That was 6 reps, and I'm not gonna increase it. I'm gonna increase my rest time. I did do 100 for 2 sets last time, but my form wasn't decent. And I don't remember how many reps I did, but it was around the same area at 6 reps. Again, the reason I'm not gonna increase the weight is because I don't want to sacrifice form for overload. So I'm gonna keep the same 80 kilos on the bar and even do a drop set to 60 kilos if I can't do anything more than 5 reps for the third set. Third set, Let's. All right, not bad. 8 reps with 2 partials. So, gonna re-rack. Move on to lat pull-downs. Wide grip lat pull-downs. I'm starting with 70 kilos, dropping it to 35. Dropping it to 35. Last week I did 10 reps with 70, so aiming for 12 reps. All right, so the first set was 70 plus 35 kilos, which I did 12 reps plus an 8 rep. So I increased it to 80 kilos, and I'm gonna drop set it to 40 kilos. See how many I can do. Last week I did 8 reps plus 8 reps. Let's stop that. That was 6 partial reps with 80 kilos and 10 full reps with 40 kilos, which again is less than what I did last week, but it's still pretty good. And I'm focusing on 4 more than progressively overloading. So if I am reaching the same level of fatigue that I did last time, yeah, I'm good to go. Next up we have machine rows. which I did, I think 60 kilos, 80 kilos. No, I did 80 kilos, 100 kilos, and 120 kilos. So this time I'm starting with 70, see how I feel, and build on that. Since I started with bilateral moves like pull-downs and barbell rows and chin-ups, I like to add a unilateral exercise in there as well to target my lats individually. Well, not lats, or traps and lats. But here we are. Starting with 35 kilos on each side, 70 kilos total, which is less than what I did last week, but gotta see how many I can do. And I did 2 sets last time, so if I can push past with weight, then I'm gonna do the 3rd set to reach more fatigue, because I feel like I can do more than last week. Whew. It was 8 reps. Let's do another 8 for the left. Mashallah. Okay, that was 8 reps on each side. Gotta get my towel because I'm sweating too much. Yeah. I don't want to sweat onto the machine. So I'm gonna increase it to 90 kilos now. So 10 kilos added on each side. And rest a bit and do the next set. Okay, that was another 8 reps, but this time with 90 kilos. So I added 5 kilos on each side for 40 last set, making it 100 kilos total, which is still 20 kilos lighter than what I did last time. But in terms of total volume, it's gonna be more than what I did. Okay, done with the back exercises. Next up, I have cable pulls for rear delts.
تعادل عصب عضله
I'll swell reps. Drop it to 4.5. Okay, so when it comes to training a muscle as delicate as rear delts, you can't overload it as much as you'd like. And you have to find more creative ways to put more load in terms of volume on the muscle, because if you like double the weight, then your rear delts are not going to be doing much of the work anymore. And if you're doing it at a 90-degree angle, then your upper traps are going to come in. And if you're training it at a 45-degree angle, then your lats are going to come into action and take over the exercise. So for this one, I try to keep it light. I'm doing it with 9 kilo and 4.5 for the second set as well. And I'm dropping it down to 4.5 after like 12 reps or something when I feel the rear delts really burning, because that's the point where my lat is gonna come into action for me. What I do is I try to keep it at higher reps with lower weight and see how it goes from there. I haven't overloaded this move that much. Like, I've increased the reps from 8 to 12, but that's as much overload that I'm gonna do for this exercise for now. Okay, great. So I did 12 reps with 9 kilos and 12 reps with 4.5 kilos. So I'm gonna increase the weight from 9 kilos to 13.5. And for the drop set, I'm doing 4.5 again. Starting the tricep part, I'm starting with dumbbell overhead extensions. Not gonna focus on the eccentric. I'm not gonna slow down the eccentric, but I'm gonna focus on it. And not gonna use momentum to move the weight. Starting with 30 kilos, which is heavier than what I did for the first set last time. Let's see how it goes. Okay, that was 10 reps. Better than last set, but I really pushed. Since we got 4 sets on this exercise, I'm gonna keep the same 30 kilo for the third set as well and increase it for the last set. When it comes to training triceps, I try to keep it versatile. So in every training session that I do triceps, I have one overhead movement, which for this one I have the dumbbell overhead extension, and for the other one I have the cable overhead extension, and I have one tricep exercise where my scapula is retracted and my elbows are behind my back, which is gonna be bodyweight dips for the other exercise, for the other plan, and today it's gonna be dip machine. I also have cable pushdowns, which really rounds out the whole plan when it comes to tricep training. So, in terms of volume, it's probably too much. I got 10 sets of tricep exercises today and 9 sets the other day, which might be too much, but I can recover from the plan until my next tricep day. So it works for me. And I've been doing it for a while now, and I'm gonna keep pushing it until I can reach some kind of plateau before I change up the exercises. Okay, third set, I'm doing it with 30 kilos again. Let's see how it goes. Okay, that was 6 full reps and 1 partial reps, and that was absolute failure. So, I'm gonna decrease the weight, I'm not gonna increase it. We'll do the last set with 25 kilos. Okay, great. That was 10 reps. Next up, we have cable pushdowns. If you remember from the first vlog that I posted, I did this exercise with the rope extension instead of this. So I changed it up a little bit, and I've been doing it with the AZ bar attachment for the second week now. I've been able to push harder on this one rather than ropes, which isn't bad. So the main thing that I'm gonna focus when doing push downs, as I mentioned in the last vlog, is that I'm gonna retract my scapula and then try to push, instead of going out like this and doing it like kind of on a skull crusher movement. So, yeah, starting with 36 kilos, see how I feel, and then increase it if I can. Okay, that was 15 reps. Gonna increase it to 45 now. Was feeling kind of uncomfortable in my left wrist. I'll see if the pain persists on the second set, and if it does, I'm gonna change my grip a bit to even things out. Okay, that was 12 reps with 45. Decent form. I have to check the footage, but Let me know down in the comments if it was decent for. And I'm gonna increase it to 54 for the last set. Last set of pushdowns. Let's go. Oh, all right. That was 6 reps, and that was absolute failure. So, moving on to machine dips. همچنین
یک کنیم شروع کردیم نه؟
فکر کنم آره.
نیم ساعت امروز نیم ساعت یه رو بیشتر تموم. پنج کیلو رو میخوام. الان چه هست بیا
برو راحت باش برو. Okay, that was second set, and I did full stack before I dropped it to 45 kilos, so 90 kilos and 45 kilos. Did 10 reps and 15 reps this time, which is better than what I did last week and better than what I did last set, which is great. The gym is getting pretty crowded. Try to keep the video short and to the point. And I'm already running out of battery. After this, I'm gonna do a bit of posing and end the video there. But I'm gonna do reverse curls and finger curls off camera. So, if you're watching up until this point, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below on what kind of video I should do next. And if you're looking for that steak and pasta recipe, then you're in the right place, but you have to comment steak and pasta so I remember to create that video. Okay, thank you for watching.
تاثیرگذار باشه.
مالی کودی شما دکترای من دندون پزشکم سلام متخصص ریشه این درد باشه اگه آزده یه ما درد کش کار